What's up, y'all? Peace. So, yay, Trump's president. Yay, let's all celebrate. Let's become Christians and celebrate in Hollywood Boulevard. Yay. You know what I'm saying? Let me tell y'all something, man. I've said this before. Why you people keep voting for the two-party system? And I'm not trying to be arrogant. I'm not trying to tell y'all who to vote for. Let me tell you something, man. Trump was president before. Let me give you a little history lesson, all right? A little history lesson because I'm from New York City. And Trump was not exactly a good person, bro. You know what I'm saying? He was an antagonizer, you know what I'm saying, like with the Central Park Five, and he still believes that the Central Park Five are guilty. He didn't care that there was a serial rapist who confessed to other rapes as well. There were a lot of serial rapists running around in New York City, but in this country in general, since going back past before the 80s, you know what I'm saying? So Trump never went in front of a camera and said, oh yeah, there was guys that were serial rapists and I apologize for those women, because I don't think he really cared. And I think he cared more about himself, you know what I'm saying? But if y'all know anything about his father, who was a racist, he did not allow black people into his property because he felt it would devalue his property, you know what I'm saying? People wouldn't, want to move in, supposedly. I'm pretty sure some of them didn't want to move in. So his father supported segregation, and there was some criminality his father was involved in, you know what I'm saying? So you will never hear that from even Donald Trump's brother. So all this is smoke screens. There's smoke screens on top of smoke screens. But you people really want to believe in Trump. You start comparing him to John F. Kennedy. I've seen this in Value Entertainment. I've seen this in even kind of Joe Rogan. You know what I'm saying? As if to say that Donald Trump has a conscience. You know what I'm saying? Most politicians and most business elites don't have a conscience. You know what I'm saying? They don't have a conscience. And people have a short memory span. They forget that he was already president before. So for those of you who think things are going to be any different now that he's president, let's go back when he was president before, right? Because he was president before. And what did he do? He sold weapons to Saudi Arabia. He sold more weapons and gave more aid to Saudi Arabia than even Obama did. Obama gave more than even Bush did. So Donald Trump trumped, you know what I'm saying, living up to his last name. He trumped both of them when it comes to arms sales to Saudi Arabia and fuel. He did the same with Israel. He sold more arms and more finances to Israel, more than Obama and Bush. He trumped them. Know what I'm saying? He trumped them. Y'all forgot about that? Y'all forgot about his support for Israel? His saying that Netanyahu is my friend and Israel is a friend of the United States and yada, yada, yada. Under Trump, it was when Saudi Arabia was also bombing Yemen. And it continued under Biden. You know what I'm saying? So, and he dropped the mother of all bombs in Afghanistan, right? So supposedly he's anti-war. He drops the mother of all bombs in Afghanistan. So he's not anti-war. He would just bomb your ass, you know what I'm saying? So, but you people really want to believe in Trump. Y'all got food. You got food. Now, conservatives who support Trump are gonna support Trump because of his support for Israel. The younger conservatives that don't want to follow the older conservatives, they got food. Candace Owens, she believes in whatever she believes in. I don't know if she got food or if she wanted to be food. You know what I'm saying? So this is where we're at. And this is why we shouldn't support the two-party system. Look, Trump says he was going to clean out the swamp when he became president the first time. But he kept bringing the swamp in. Pompeo was part of the swamp. Donald Trump himself was part of the swamp. He's not part of the other swamp. He's a different swamp. But that business ruling class is part of the swamp. That's another whole nother swamp right there. So when you talk about guys like Donald Trump or his father, Fred Trump, then you have to start talking about Larry Silverstein, the Dulles brothers who helped basically put the CIA to where it was, and the Rockefellers who helped create the CIA, you know, the Bushes. That's where Trump comes from. That's a whole nother swamp. So you have the biggest swamp now running the country, part of the swamp running the country now. Now he's gonna bring in the other swamp. It's just swamps on top of swamps, you know what I'm saying? So Mark Rubio, I believe he's Cuban American. He supports the Cuban American exile community. He has no problem with Orlando Bush having his own holiday in Miami, even though he blew up an airplane, killing everybody in it. But you know what I'm saying? That's Mark Rubio. You know what I'm saying? That's who Trump is gonna bring in. Then you got he did something different. He did bring in Tulsi Gabbard, but he trapped Tulsi Gabbard. Because if a war breaks out, what's Tulsi Gabbard gonna do, really? Is Tulsi Gabbard really, she's actually, I almost forgot, I had to put myself back. She supports Israel. I don't think she supports a two-state solution. But, you know what I'm saying? Besides that, she can't, now that she has that position, she can't really do anything that she wants to do. And I don't know if Tulsi Gabbard is really, really, really anti-war either. I supported Tulsi. I was going to vote for her. But she said some things. I'm like, wow, I can't believe she said that. So, this is where we're at, right? You're seeing, just Mark Rubio alone, you're seeing where Trump is going with this. You know, people who outside New York City don't really know who Trump is. But we know. That's why most of us didn't vote for Trump here in New York City. He got New Jersey. You know what I'm saying? Jersey City, and specifically, I don't think he got most of the votes. You know? But this is where we at. People got food. Some people were going to vote for Trump anyway because he's conservative. He's a Republican. But others got food. A lot of independents got food. You know, people forget that under Trump, we had the vaccine mandates. We had the lockdowns. Trump could have used his veto power to stop all that. He didn't. He could have closed the airports and then leave everything else open and to ensure that the virus doesn't spread. He didn't do that. Trump actually supported gain-of-function research. Believe it or not, do your research. Obama actually had put a halt to gain-of-function research. I don't know why. Maybe because Obama himself is very corrupt. He probably said, "Man, it's too much for me. I put a ban on it." It was so bad that maybe Obama had to put a ban on that. That's how bad it was. The gain-of-function research, which is really biowarfare research. Trump actually brought it back. So he actually did a favor for Anthony Fauci. And that shows that Trump is not a good president. He's not a good person. And none of these presidents are going to change anything. The only president that was doing things was John F. Kennedy. He wasn't perfect. He did support the Vietnam War in the beginning, but he changed his mind. Jimmy Carter was a perfect leader. I would say he would be the second candidate. But under Jimmy Carter, the CIA was supporting the Mujahideen. Whether or not he knew about it, I don't know. He probably did. But John F. Kennedy was the only one, and he got assassinated. Trump, the government didn't try to kill Trump. It was a lone assassin. The Secret Service didn't do their job for whatever reason. You can come to your own conclusions as for what reasons. But there's no conspiracy to kill Trump. Trump supports the CIA. He supports the Green Beret. He supports all these different military groups that have been accused of participating in the assassination of Martin Luther King. And this was put in a book, and nobody has sued because we can't sue the facts. Let alone the fact that most of those people that were involved are probably dead now. So that's where we're at right now. So y'all celebrating, yeah, we Trump this, Trump that, Trump's gonna change things. Trump was president before. He made things actually got worse under Trump because of the riots that broke out. Now you could say that it was a state's issue, but here's what the flaw of the conservative ideology is: it's a state issue. So you mean that if something bad happens to people in that particular state, you're not gonna do anything because you're a Republican? That's bullshit. That's fucking bullshit. So that's, excuse my language. I know I'm not supposed to curse, but it's not like I'm making money on YouTube anyway. But Trump, that shows that Trump doesn't care about the people. Okay, Joe Rogan wants to believe. Value Entertainment wants to believe. Half of those guys at Value Entertainment are pro-Israel anyway. So of course they're gonna support Trump. You know what I'm saying? They all got food. Joe Rogan got food. Jimmy Dore, I'm surprised that I don't know if he voted for Trump, but I'm surprised that he's been defending Trump. I guess he doesn't know the history of Trump. But all you have to do is do your research. There's no excuses for that. You know what I'm saying? And there's a beautiful full moon that just popped up. I was waiting for it. You know what I'm saying? So, wow. The universe.